Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all my panels. Right. So my name is Daniel Irfan Bin Nazri, but you can call me Daniel. Right. So this is my final year project one, MEC600. My supervisor is Professor IRTS Dr. Ahmad Asari Sulaiman, and this is my presentation. Alright, so for the content, it divided into five parts. Okay, so for the part one, we have project summary. The second one, we have introduction. The third, we have methodology. The fourth part is expected result, and lastly is reference. So after this, we are going to go one by one, and we are going to start with project summary. Alright, so firstly, for the project summary, it provides a very big opportunity for students, right? So we are currently in part 7. So everything that we learn from the first semester until the 7th semester, this is the platform for us to show what we learn and what we are going to do about it. Alright, so for this research, it's mainly to improve a safety feature for plantation, because we all know that plantation have a very low level of safety features, safety security, right? And first IoT in agriculture is started in 2009, but the development for the IoT in plantation, mainly in safety, it is not so many. Yeah. So this project is basically target in increasing the security system in agriculture, so that we will see what is the best output for the plantation after we install the system. Alright, so for the introduction, we have four parts, which is first is a literature review, and then we have problem statement, and the next we have objective and scope and limitation. So let's start with literature review. Alright, so for the first literature review is security threats on IoT farming. So we all know that ICT systems are the first cyber criminal in worldwide in stealing intellectual properties and business secrets. IoT rapid development and adoption has created not only numerous technological and market opportunities, but also a substantial security gap and attack surface. Numerous research efforts have focused on developing network security protocols, solutions, and device security. However, several issues remain with regard to data's integrity, service trustworthiness, and the lack of device security metrics. These issues refers to set of techniques, skills, and procedure used to ensure that a computer, programs, and data are protected against malware, attacks, damage, and unwanted access. Alright, so moving along to the next literature review. For the next literature review is involving with intelligence security system. An intelligent security system to defend farms from wild animals is very important. It is important by building a system that sounds when animals enter the farm and a flashlight to focus on the region. The system will prevent animals from entering the farm. A GSM module is also used to notify the farmers when there is an intrusion. It was inspired by the necessity to meet people's food needs while also avoiding financial losses for farmers. The farmers employed a PIC controller to operate a large amount of flash memory for the project's functioning, as well as propose architecture for a farm protection system. The PIC controller is simple to design, and writing and burn device are readily available usually. It is also features built-in timers and present mode for operating farm protectors timers. For large scale handling, the system is quite complicated and the battery life is always an issue, right? Alright, so we continue with the third literature review, which is the vulnerability in security system for Internet of Things, which is IoT. So this system is quite vulnerable to a wide range of attack types, which is posing a serious security risk to networks, right? And the attacks comes from active and passive attacks. But actually both of the attacks is very harmful. This is why we need to do a security system and security features for the IoT and Plantation. Alright, so we moving along. Alright, so for the problem statement, the IoT system are interconnected and communicate over networks. IoT in agriculture was introduced in 2009 due to era of climate change. The IoT is significant in the world that can assist other technologies in reaching their full accuracy and potential. Today, we have varieties of IoT-based smart system, especially in agriculture. Any technology available today has not yet attained its full potential. There's always a void to fill, right? And next, despite any security measures, the system also provide limited control and can be used to launch numerous types of network assaults. This could damage the plantation if there are network attacks. It will not just affect the farmers, but it also could damage our consumer due to increasing of population. Our food production in agriculture also could interrupt the inflation where will hurt the company. Lastly, the issue that be concern agriculture is wild animals. Many farms been destroyed by the unwanted gas, right? There are numbers of wild animals that breach and give farmers a headache. Right. So it may affect the process of the plantation in giving the best product to the consumer. Alright, so moving along to objective of the research. This objective firstly is to improve the safety features for plantation by applying IoT systems. Next is to identify the maximum output that can be achieved with this security system. Lastly, it is to design an intelligent security system to defend plantation site from wild animals. So for this scope of work, scope of this project, firstly is collecting data from the farmers regarding of the security problem in IoT. Next is the scope to improve the current security system in plantation, and next is to forecast the maximum output if good security system is applied to the farm, to the plantation. Alright, so for the methodology of this project, firstly we are going to collect data using Google Form by distributing the questionnaire, where this data will helps in examine to achieve this project's objective, which we will find the flaw, the most important part of the farmers that they may concern. So that is the part where we are going to focus. So based on the questionnaire, which is going to lead to the flow chart, right? From the start, literature review, and after collecting data, we are going to build a circuit and to configure it. After that, we are going to write code using Arduino IDE. And the first two part, which is circuit design and configuration and writing code, is we are going to use a simulation with like Tinkercad, and then we are going to try run it, implementation of the software. If the the coding is not right, we are going to make it right over and over again. After that, we are going to develop of hardware. We are going to buy the hardware, the IDE, and after that we are going to implementation of the hardware, and we are going to testing and evaluation. If the testing is good, then alhamdulillah it's done already. But if there is something not going to follow with what we want, we are going to need to troubleshoot it, and we are going to start with development of hardware again. Alright, for the expected results. Firstly, This project expected in increasing the security system. Next, with the increasing of the security system, it could help millions of farmers out there. Millions of farmers out there in using IoT systems on their daily basis, in daily life. Next, we could optimize the output of the plantation, which will help agriculture in maintaining their demand, in making sure that our supply food chain is enough. Alright, so this is going to be the last part. This is the reference list with total of eight numbers of reference, and that's all for me. Thank you for listening. My name is Daniel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.